Why am I live on here? Because there's too much to talk about. There's way too much to talk about, and I didn't want to make a video on this. I felt like I needed to live stream because I've just got too much to say. Like, bro, we was just chilling, fam. Like, everyone was just good. Like, football was good. You know what I'm saying? There was a couple wishy-washy performances. You know, League One was a bit wishy-washy with Lille being top of the league. Premier League had a bit wishy-washy performances. Bundesliga, Dortmund, wishy-washy. You get me? La Liga, wishy-washy. The Champions League was wishy-washy. Everything was just wishy-washy. Like, we was being entertained, but it was a bit weird, innit? Football was kind of just on a weird path. Like, we was just cruising like this. We was on the M25 just like this. Just, oh, yeah, you good, yeah? Yeah. Man City versus Dortmund was good. Yeah. I watched it. Yeah, it was calm still. It was all good. And then we just went left yesterday, fam. Oh, my days. We're now on, like, the M72, and we ain't looking back. Like, we're going straight to the pit of hell. They are taking us to hell, and they ain't looking back. You know what I'm saying? Finish is done. Football's done, sorry. It's finished. Wrapped up. Tucked away. Get me? Finito. Consumed. It's done. What has happened in the last 24 hours? I don't know. I actually don't know. I feel like this is something we would see in FIFA or FM, you know, little experiments here and there. And then you probably think to yourself, oh, that's probably going to happen in like 2078 when I'm like tucked away in my coffin relaxing. But you don't think it's going to happen in 2021. This has been in work since 2009. Do you know how long that is? That's 12 years. That's a Thanos plot. That's a Thanos plot, you know. That you are Thanos. If you have to plan something from 2009 and it actually takes place in 2021 and you secure your mandem, e.g. the Black Order, to then take over football, this is a Thanos plot. And then I got pundits on YouTube and Twitter like Gary Neville and Rio Ferdinand talking about, oh, the fans must stand together to go against this. Stand against what, fam? The man's been plotting since 2009. You think us wishy-washy fans are going to be able to stop them in power? Do you know how much money they've got? Their man said you get 10 billion for participating. Just to literally say, I want to play in this league, you get 10 billion. And you think we're going to come together like this? You know, have like Doctor Strange doing them circle things and everyone walks through the circle like, we're here to stop you. Fam! They will put us in the. I wouldn't be surprised if they got some sort of army behind them, some sort. You get me, bruv? Like you gotta be careful with these rich folk. You have to be careful with these rich folk. So if you're living under a rock and you don't know what's going on, I mean, you actually must be living under a rock because it's on Sky News, it's on BBC News, it's on Sky Sports News, it's on Twitter, it's on Facebook, it's on YouTube, it's everywhere. You can't miss it. European Super League got announced yesterday. 12 teams have signed up to be in this league. Arsenal, Man City, Man United, Chelsea, Spurs and Liverpool. From Syria, we've got Juventus, Inter and Milan. And then from Spain, we have got Atletico, Real and Barcelona. So those are the 12 teams. A further three were supposed to be, you know, kind of dropping news here and there soonish. But one of them have actually just turned around today, officially confirming that they're not participating, which is Bayern Munich. They were rumoured to be participating in this tournament yesterday, but they've come out today alongside with Borussia Dortmund to say, like, we're not participating, like, full stop. And PSG have also said they're not participating. But the other two are expected to be Leipzig and Porto. Why Porto are even being considered in the stupidness along with Spurs? Why is Spurs talk about some 19 something was the last time they won a title? Is your brain twisted? Like, you invited them. Is your brain actually, like, is it, fam? Oh my God. I don't know what's going on. So, those are the teams involved. That's what's happening in a European Super League. Now, what does this mean for the Champions League? Like, so basically, they're trying to say that this doesn't kind of interfere with the Champions League. However, the issue here is that they are claiming that this is a midweek tournament. Midweek. When I think of midweek, I think Tuesday to Thursday. Midweek, right? But you can't do a midweek league when you've got Champions League on Tuesday, you've got it on Wednesday, and then you've got Europa League on Thursday. You can't do it on Friday because some games take place on Friday in the leagues. You can't do it obviously on Saturday and Sunday. Your only day is Monday. That's not midweek. That's not midweek. So you're essentially going to have to clash with the Champions League, or you have to actually do investigation, inspect a gadget, and find out when Champions League games will be. Like, they have to release their fixture schedule after the Champions League fixture schedule has been announced, which is impossible. Like, it's going to be so complicated to do. So to me, this is essentially overriding the Champions League. Like, it's not going to, like, it's not, most people are going to watch the Champions League still, but it's still going to be in competition with the Champions League because they said it's a midweek league. And this league is expected to run between April and May. So it's like a whole year. Like an actual league. I thought it was just a small tournament. I thought it was just August. And that was it. Done. Back to the league. If that was it, I don't think UEFA would mind. I don't think FA would mind. I don't think FIFA would mind. But the fact that it's actually an entire year. It's actually a league. It's crazy. Now, one thing we can't do is we can't turn around and act like UEFA are the good guys in the situation, because they're not. They are not the good guys in the situation. This is essentially corruption versus corruption. This is money versus money. UEFA are, to me, only upset the fact that they don't have the money and the financial capabilities to compete with this European Super League. The European Super League just has money in it. Like, that's just the point blank period. You know, they've got no history. They've got no real schedule coming out or anything like that. There's nothing about the European Super League. They just got the money to do whatever they want to do. I mean, you're offering team 10 billion just to participate in this league with a further 200 to 500 mil every season. Every season. Do you know how much money that is? Like, I don't think people are actually taking it in. Do you know how much money that is? It's stupendous. I honestly feel like that's the only reason why UEFA have an issue with this, because they just don't have the financial capabilities to compete with them. It is money versus money. UEFA are going to type all these statements. FA are going to type all these statements, and the FA are they're in the wrong too. Let's not slide over the fact that we've been asking the FA to produce us microphones for the referees for God knows how long. Like, we've been asking for this, and them man have just looked at us and just said, "Yeah, no, we're not going to do that. We ain't going to do that." They're not even acknowledging us. So they're corrupted. They're in the wrong too. The UEFA's in the wrong too. Everybody's in the wrong here. Like, there's no good personal side here. Like, it's all clapped off. If the European Super League were to turn around to UEFA and say, this is my honest opinion, and say, we'll give you 1 billion to keep teams in the Champions League every season and just blow this all over, I think they'd accept it. If this league were to give UEFA 1 billion every single year, which is a lot of money, but they've got the fund, they can do it, I honestly believe UEFA will turn around and say, okay, cool. Because money talks. This is all they want. UEFA are just acting up to get money. As soon as this European Super League turns around and says, oh, here's some money to just shut up, basically, UEFA are just going to be like, oh, okay, well, you know, we've looked at the situation, and from a footballing standpoint, we agree. That you'll see it. You'll see it. Trust me. You'll see it. FIFA, however, are turning around and saying that they will remove any players participating in this league from their national team, so that you cannot play for your international team if you play for this league. That's what you can't do. My boy mentioned this to me yesterday in our group chat, and he said to me, I don't think this is going to work, because think about how many players, like world-class players, play for their international teams. There's like 5 or 6 in every team that's participating in this European Super League. If you take away all of those players from their international teams, you're finished. Nobody's going to watch the World Cup. Nobody's going to watch the World Cup. I don't care how many wonder kids right now are playing for Spain, France, or Portugal's under-21s. You ain't watching that if it's the World Cup. You didn't watch the under-21 tournament, so you're not going to watch the World Cup. Do you get it? It made so much sense to me, and then someone else tweeted it out as well, and it just made even more sense. Like, it's not going to work. So FIFA, I'm gonna be very honest with you. I'm looking at you right now. You lot need to shut up, sit back, and just watch what's going on. UEFA, you can have your little battle. The FA, you can have your little battle. But FIFA, you lot need to shut up, sit down, and just breathe, because you're not going to stop players from playing for their international team. It can't happen. It's not going to happen. It would cost too much. Nobody would watch the Euros. Nobody would watch the South American tournaments. Nobody would watch the World Cup. It's not going to happen. Just shut up, sit down, and relax. Because you're just making noise to make noise. Nobody wants to listen to your noise right now. Like, we're trying to listen to your Wafers noise, because they're trying to throw elbows and that. And right now, they're kind of throwing uppercuts. They kind of gave the Jake Paul, you know, like that. Like, they're trying to... They're trying to throw a couple uppercuts and it's working. UEFA are saying that you can't compete in the Champions League if you participate in this league, and you will have all your accolades removed from you if you participate in this league. The FA are saying that you will be removed from the Premier League if you participate in this league. Those are very, very serious statements. Very serious. I have not heard or haven't read anything from any other FA to say that this is going to be the same for them, e.g. France, Spain, Italy, or Germany's FAs. I've not seen anything from them to say that teams will be removed from the league. I've not. Right now, it's just the Premier League that's acting up and moving mad. Again, these are very just serious statements. I mean, you're talking about us watching a Premier League without the big six, which means they're going to have to promote 6 new teams. And those 6 new teams would essentially be the 6 teams that are, you know, the top 6 in the Championship, which then means you'd have to promote another 6 from League 1, and another 6 from League 2, and another 6 from the conference. Like, it's just an unrolling situation that goes down the football pyramid, which is why this just doesn't affect the people at the top, doesn't affect just the league, doesn't affect the smaller clubs. It affects the fans, man, because you're happy if your team gets promoted. Let's not lie, you would be. But it's not the same as actually winning a league, fighting for your promotion, earning the title and getting promoted to another league. It's not the same as just being handed a position and saying, well, because these 6 want to act up and move clapped off, we're going to put you up in a higher league. It's not the same, bro. It's not the same. You feel me? And this just then goes down to the fans. Like, what did the fans do? Like, bro, like, there's so much history with so many clubs. Liverpool, Arsenal, Man United in the Premier League. Chelsea in the Premier League. You know? Like, it's weird to just say that this is going to all end. Like, in the coming weeks, this is just all going to end. United, Man City, Liverpool, Chelsea, Arsenal, and Spurs are all removed from the Premier League. That is weird, man. That is weird to me. Like, I feel like I'm in a dream. Like, my whole chest keeps twisting like this, because I can't understand what's going on. Like, I really feel like I'm in a nightmare. I couldn't even sleep properly. This doesn't even affect me too much because I support Borussia Dortmund. My team is loyal. My team is smart. My team will do what's right for the fans. But for you lot that support your Cities, your Uniteds, your Liverpools, I feel so sorry for you, because I don't know what you're going to do. A lot of people yesterday on Twitter were talking to me and saying, there's a whole thread. We could go on Twitter right now and I could show you. There's a whole thread of literally about 80 to 90 comments of people saying what they're going to do in regards to moving forward. Some were saying that they're going to drop their team. Some were saying that they're still going to support their team no matter what. Some were in 2 minds. They don't know what they're going to do. A good friend of mine, Cutsy, doesn't know what he's going to do right now. He's very affected by this. You know, he had a Manchester United pendant that he wore every single day. He's taken that off for the first time in years. It's deeper than a lot of people think. I know it sounds far-fetched, but suicide rates are going to increase from this because football fans literally don't know what to do. I wouldn't know what to do. If Dortmund said they were going into this, I wouldn't know what to do. Half of me would really want to support them because this is the club I've supported for now a decade. Like, I'd want to. But the other half of me can't agree with the principles that you're defending. Like, I wouldn't know what to do. So I'm with you lot, man. You lot that have your teams that are in this, I'm with you lot. Your Juventus's, AC Milan's, Atletico Madrid, and they shocked me as well. Atletico shocked me. I thought they would be one to say, no, we're not participating in this. This is not what we agree with. Them man fully just, they even put out a statement. They just said, yeah, we're in this and that's it. Don't ask us questions. Don't chat to me. Don't even text me. Don't ask for no statement on the Twitter, cause I'm not reaching out to you lot. I don't know you. I don't care. Get me. Same with Man United. Man United put it out on their website, but they didn't actually tweet it out because they knew. They knew the backlash they'd get. It's crazy. So before I go, we're going to talk about the format. This is the format for this league, yeah? Teams will be placed into 2 groups of 10. Teams will then play each other home and away in their groups, followed by a knockout stage. All games will be played midweek, and the competition will run from April until May. 12 founding clubs with 3 to be asked to join. I'm seeing some of you in the chat saying that Porto actually rejected to be in this. I don't know what's going on. As of yesterday, it was Bayern, Porto, and Leipzig, but now you're saying United saying Porto don't want to be involved, and Bayern Munich said they don't want to be involved, so it's just Leipzig. And I'm not surprised by Leipzig because they're a cash cow, but that's a different story for a different day. The 15 founding clubs will govern the tournament, and 5 other teams will have to qualify each season. So I don't agree with this tournament. I'm not behind it. But the fact that there's still an opportunity for other clubs to participate in this is good, but it also still affects football in the long run. Because, again, those clubs are going to have to then step away from the league that they're participating in order to play in the European Super League. I don't know how it's going to work. I don't know if the bottom 5 are going to have to play, you know, one team from England, 1 team from Spain, 1 team from Italy, 1 from Germany, and 1 from France, as a way to qualify. I don't know if that's going to be the case. And again, UEFA could turn around and say, if you're asked to qualify for this league, if you accept it, you're out of our league. And then imagine you fail to qualify for the European Super League. Aye! You're finished! Yeah, you're done! Yeah, you're folded. Then you have to listen to this situation. Woo! Then if that happens, you have to apply to get back into your national league. But you obviously don't get placed back into the top league. You have to go through the whole ranks. Oh my day. Football's actually done out here. Like, it's actually done out here. Like, it's actually finished. I don't know if you don't understand. It's actually finished. Anyway, so the league is being financed by JP Morgan. I believe they're a bank. It's an American bank. 5 billion. Let me repeat. 5 billion has been injected into this league. 5 billion. Do you know what that is? Fam. Whoo! Jesus Christ. 5 billion. It's very mad that this amount of finances are being chucked into a league during a pandemic. There are people fighting for their jobs. There are people struggling to survive. There are people who have lost their jobs, not only in football, but out of football. There are people who can't really make ends meet right now. And you're just there smiling with your little pot belly, your beer belly, doing up tee hee 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 hee, funding 5 billion into a league. This is why people are not with it. This is why we can't be with it. The whole dinosaur from Arsenal got cut loose. And Arsenal are there to talk about we ain't got the money, we have to get a loan, blah, blah, blah. You know, we have to do what's right by the fans, we have to do what's right by the club, blah, blah, blah. And then you're there smiling with your jack-ups and your stained white socks. Talking about we're gonna be in the European Super League. You man are joking. You're joking. So JP Morgan have invested in this. 5 billion is committed to the project. This is what I'm hearing in terms of finances. 10 billion is being offered to clubs to join the European Super League. TV rights is between 250 mil to 300 mil per season. And every season, just as a financial, just for where you finish and blah blah blah, you can be expected to get 200 to 500 million every season. Do you understand how much money that is for a football club? There are going to have to be relegations put in place by every FA in Europe as well as UEFA when it comes to transfers, because these teams are now going to be able to freely spend as much money as they want and buy whoever they want because they have no worries. I doubt there will be a financial fair play for this league. Financial fair play obviously is in place for UEFA and clubs in Europe, but they're gonna have to put a rule in place where it says you can't sell players to teams outside of the UEFA governing body and the FA governing body. That's what's gonna have to happen, because Real Madrid are obviously like one of the richest clubs in the world. Imagine them just chilling every season with like literally nearly 800 million to spend. So they get like 300 million from TV rights, they get 200 million from the league, and then their own money and their investors and their league and their kit sponsors and their shirt sponsors and their training sponsors, all of that. You're looking around 6 to 800 million per season. It is nuts. Transfers are going to be very weird. Very, very weird. They're going to have to put some sort of rule in place. They can't just have this league freely spend money like this. Or if this league wanted to, not win fans over, but actually have some decency and respect, they will put a financial fair play in this league to a cap or a salary cap to how much money you can spend every season. Just to keep the finances afloat, because a lot of people feel like this is just going to end up falling flat on its face after a certain amount of years. I don't see it happening. I think there's too much money in this for it to fall apart. I feel like with the amount of money that's in this, a lot of investors, a lot of sponsors are going to come running to this league to say, we want to sponsor this league, we want to do this, we want to do that. There's just too much money in it for it to all go left. Honestly, my opinion of this is just... I haven't got words. Like, I just haven't got words. If you see my tweets, you know that I've been very gobsmacked by this whole news. Like, I've had my banter here and there. It's me, typical Gem. Young Sasuke in the building. But overall, I still can't digest what's going on. I really can't. I saw a video being posted by Sky Sports in regards to, I think, someone that's inside the league themselves, like that one of the founding members of this league, and an insider revealed that the good of the game is a secondary concern to these men. They don't care about the good of the game. They don't care about the fans. This is all just for finance. And it really revolts back to, like what I said, it's money versus money. But Perez has had this plotted since 2009. I am telling you right now, as Gem Wolf on YouTube, right now, live in front of 40-something people, you are not stopping this man's vision if he has planned this for 12 years. You are not. So it's either you disagree with it and you don't care, or you kind of get on board with it, because we're not going to stop this man. Man said he done a whole Thanos. Man said he done a whole cinematic football universe and planned this from 2009 to 2000. I remember it got revealed in 2019. I remember something came out in 2018 or 19 where they explained what was going on, but there were no plans in place. I remember last year something was mentioned. This year, man just said, yep, I've assembled the team. I'm coming for everyone. If you try to stop me, I'm clarting you. And that's that. Oh, we're finished. We're so finished. We're so finished, man. We're so finished. 12 years to assemble a league. It's nuts. It's nuts, man. All my videos in my timeline right now and on YouTube are in regards to the European Super League. Like, everyone's just gobsmacked by it, man. It really took us by storm. It's something you see on FM or FIFA, And you just think to yourself, like, when I am rested in peace, when I am there just chilling in my coffin, talking to Jesus, you know, my Donny, drinking my cup of coffee, you know, and asking God how He created Earth, you know, like when I'm asking my Creator, what shoes are coming out in the next 10 years? What the Jordan 58s? What's happening? Like when I'm there with God, that's when I expect this to take place, you know, like when I'm not here. But we're living through a nuclear war, man. Like it's like a football war. Shit's crazy, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. Anyway, I don't want this to go on for too long. Those are my thoughts, honestly. It's mad. It's mad. Liverpool should be ashamed of themselves. Chelsea should be ashamed of themselves. Arsenal should be ashamed of themselves. Man United, anyone that's got a respectable football history in the Premier League should be absolutely ashamed of themselves. Juventus should be absolutely disgusted with themselves, man. The most decorated Italian team, and they've done this. They've literally turned their backs. I saw fans crying under their comments when they tweeted out their statement. Like, you should be disgusted. Anyone participating in this tournament, you should be disgusted. You're only thinking about yourselves. And this is all about money. This has nothing to do with the most decorated European teams, because, you know, teams like Celtic should be in this or should have been asked. Nottingham Forest should have been asked. Dortmund, of course, were asked. Bayern were asked. Lyon, PSG, Marseille were asked, but they all turned it down. But there are so many other teams. Partizan, Red Star, teams like that, you know, that have had some European success or close to European success. They should have all been asked, and they weren't. This has nothing to do with European, you know, success. This is all about money and what owners have the most money to invest in this league to make sure that this actually gets pulled off. You get what I'm saying? I am going to be streaming later on Twitch, twitch.tv/Wolfie. I'm going to be playing Football Manager with Newcastle United. We're in season 2. Could potentially finish second in the league, could win the league if performances keep going the way they're going. So I'll be live around 4:30. I have to go hospital at 3 p.m. for my finger. You lot can't really see it, but my baby finger, if you can kind of see it here, I've got a hairline fracture, so it's just mad. It's just painful. So I've got to go hospital at 3 o'clock to see whether they need to operate or do something to it. I don't even know. And then once I've done that, I'll come home, eat, and then I'll go live on Twitch. But yeah, man, I am genuinely sorry to anyone that supports any club that is participating in this European Super League. We can obviously make our voices be heard, but we're not going to stop this. This has been a plan for 12 years, and it's just something we're going to have to deal with. I'm sure our parents were feeling the same way when league structures changed, you know, in the 70s or 80s or 90s or 60s, whenever it was. You know, I'm sure they felt the same way. They just didn't have a platform like Twitter or Facebook to actually speak about what was going on. And this is just something our generation has got to go through. This is going to be a massive change in football. But in the next 5 or even a decade, 5 years to a decade, you know, this is not really going to bother us anymore. It's just going to be one of them things. You feel me? Our parents, our children are going to be born into this. So it's not going to be new for them. It's just something that they're going to have to, like, we were born into all these league structures. These leagues weren't always like this. You know, they've changed over time. I get it's different to change in a league. This is literally essentially a whole money league, but you get what I'm trying to say. Like, it's just something we're going to have to deal with, unfortunately. But yeah, just reading the comments here. Apparently Schalke have joined. I'll find that out later. Gem, mate, you like handball? Nah, I don't like the handball rules. And like I said, man, at the start of this video, football has been, you know, it's had its moments. VAR, handballs, your toenail being offside. It's been mad. But overall, we cannot complain of the quality of entertainment football has provided us this season. It's been off the charts. Inter Milan on the verge of winning Serie A. Lille on the verge of winning League One. Liverpool down there in 7th, 8th. Arsenal in 9th. You feel me? West Ham getting Champions League. Dortmund being put in a spliff to basically now turning it around and could get Champions League football. We had Real Sociedad dominate La Liga for like half the season. You know, like the quality of entertainment this season has provided. The Champions League round of 16 and quarterfinals have been, to me, very, very, very entertaining the last 2 years. VAR and handballs and all that, it's ruining it. But overall, the entertainment there it's been there. And now it's just being stripped away from us. Like, we are literally going on to the M59 and can't turn back. You can't reverse on a motorway. You can't, check what's behind you and then go back and then turn back right back onto the M25 and then go again. Like, we can't do that. We're going straight to hell. Like, we can't reverse on this motorway. Like, we're gone. And we just have to deal with it. We just have to deal with it. I'm going to make a video tomorrow morning about Jose Mourinho. Videos this week are literally going to be about the European Super League. So tomorrow I'm going to make a video, or even after this, I'm going to make a video about Jose Mourinho being sacked. Apparently it has nothing to do with the European Super League. They just sacked him because of performances. I'm going to make a video about how this affects video games, because I don't want to get into it too much, but if these clubs are not under the licensing of FIFA, which by the looks of it, they won't be able to be in FIFA games. They will be removed. They can't even do the whole man red and man whatever situation. It'll be done, because it's under the FIFA license. Even if clubs have individual contracts with EA, they will be done because it's under the FIFA licensing. Like, if a club leaves FIFA's licensing, like the issue with Roma and things and Juventus, although they gave their individual rights to PES, they're still under FIFA's licensing. But these clubs are essentially going to be removed from FIFA's licensing, period. So Juventus, Atletico, Barca, all them, they're basically going to be removed from the game. That's what I'm kind of putting together. So that will go the same with PES. That will go the same with FM. Long story cut short, if 2K are smart, they will go to this league and get the rights to this league ASAP. It wouldn't make a great game because it's only 15 clubs. There's nothing you can really do. It'd get bored very, very easily. But if they're smart, they'd do that. They'd fork out the money. They'd get the return. And that's it. But it'd be very boring, Like, even an ultimate team would be very boring with just these 15 clubs. But essentially, they're going to be removed from the game. So I'm going to make a video on that as well. And I'm going to make a video on how this affects grassroots football as well as, like, the lower leagues. There's a lot to talk about in this, man. It's... Other than Black Lives Matter, which took place last year, and Black Lives still do matter, by the way. To me, in the last decade, this has to be one of the biggest things that's ever happened in my life. It is very mad what's happening. Very, very mad. 2K won't care about football. They will. If a game could... Listen, we're in a pandemic. If a game can make a company money, they're going to do it. That's what you need to understand. Desperation is very real at this moment in time. 2K have the money. They'll care. They'll care. If the licensing comes about, they'll care. And that's just it, man. But I'm gonna go. It's been a pleasure to just talk in front of all of you lot here today. I should probably do this more often, but I'm on Twitch, like I said. So if you want to find me on Twitch, link is in the description. In the comments when the video goes live, you lot can let me know your thoughts on this, and man, I'll definitely read, because it's just crazy. It's just crazy. I'm going. Take care of yourselves. They even know what to say. I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say, man. I don't even know what to say. Just let me kiss my badge, because my club did what was right by the fans, and I'm grateful. I'm grateful for Borussia Dortmund, because they know what they're doing. They know They know the fans. They know what we like. They know what we want, and we would have not agreed with this. So, kiss that one more time. I bid you adieu. Take care of yourselves, and yeah, man, I'm really sorry if your club's a part of this, but you're gonna have to either get with it or find another team. Unfortunately, that's just the way it is.